morning, YouTube shave fans, SuperCurve honing fans, type 2 diabetes rescued by keto fans, carnivore fans. Bill here. It's morning. It's Friday morning on the 26th of April. I know I'm in where you usually see me do a shave. I'm not going to do a shave today. I'm kind of doing an unboxing and a little bit of prep for a couple of more videos in the future, some of which may interest some of you and some maybe not so. Anyhow, the first thing, are Dovo Razors any good? I got this new Dovo. And we're going to open that here. I did not open that. The other thing I did actually open. I bought another Dan's Whetstone. Okay, this soft arc, which is not unlike my other soft arcs, which I have shaped into the SuperCurve. Okay, this one, what I'm going to do with this one, and I'll try to capture some video on that. I am going to try and do an inverted shape of this into this stone. Okay, so that this one is, the stone is literally dished out, literally concave, and that I can use this as a stone in which I would rough up the surface or braid it a little bit with something or other, whereas I don't have to take this back to the shaping plate and use sandpaper. I'm actually thinking, I could either put some sort of a grit on it or even maybe use a slurry stone of some sort. And with my synthetic stones, I'm a fan of synthetic stones because they are consistent one to the other, whereas these are not necessarily, while these are probably the same specific gravity, maybe even from the same big piece of rock, given that I got them from the same place and he probably purchased it at the same time. There may be differences between, there's small differences between there. But what I intend to do and to show, and that came in, probably this is like the nicest box, okay, of all the Dan's Arkansas. I got this from Jared at the Superior Shave. I could have bought it directly from Dan's. I don't even know what the price difference was. But I like to support, I buy this from a distributor who buys these things. I support two businesses. I support this and I support the other business. So, but I thought the color and that for the box, probably what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to keep, this, which is my Lily White, which I intend to shape, and I intend to do a video where I shape that into a shape like this and show how I do that. And I'll probably, since this has a lot more value to me, I'll probably keep that. I was thinking about buying another box, and I don't know. I'll probably keep this in this box to kind of protect it. And then maybe what I'll do is, this which will be concaved and used as a cleaning, rubbing type stone. And I may put a little bit more deeper curve on this, okay? Because when you convex a stone, the part that sees the least abrasion is in the center. So you braid on the outside. So you move like this, or however you move, the least amount of movement happens in the dead center. So I may do that. And what I'm going to use to do that, I bought a new one. I have an older one, and a Toma plate. This is like a stick-on plate. This does not have, so if you wear your diamond plate down, you can get this, and I guess, I don't know if you stick it on top of the old diamonds or on the reverse side. I'm not really sure. Okay, but I bought this, and I use that to shape this, and you'll see how I do that. And there's another one I'll use too. Okay, but this is my older one. Okay, which has some wear on it. It feels, some of the toothiness is gone. Okay, and you can see how it's kind of curved that way because I shaped one of the, I did one of those, a little stone in this kind of shape, and it bends and it's flexible. Okay, and what I did with this, okay, and I'll do a short video because nobody wants to sit there and watch me, spend 6 hours shaping rocks. Okay. But I actually put this on a sink bridge with the ends on there, and the weight of my grinding down on it and the sink bridge, because that way I can run water on it. That helps keep this clean, keep this abrasive. And then when I want to really get a little bit more bendy into the stone, okay, I'll use this. This is a diamond pattern. This is worn too, somewhat. There's still some abrasion left to this, and this is on some sort of a composite. So this bends a little bit easier this way, and it actually can bend this way. So this can literally bend in both directions. Okay, so I can put this on the Jared plate. Okay, and do that, and I'll do that and show some short videos of both of those. So that's that for the stones. Okay, the stone did come with this nice write-up. It talks about how to sharpening your knives, yada, yada, yada. And it talks about the history of Arkansas. And I think most of this information is published and available on Dan's website. Okay, and it talks about the properties of novaculite. I thought this was interesting, novaculite, okay, which, as I understand from reading on the internet, okay, it's silica, and it's somehow compounded together with residuals from marine animal shells. Okay, now how that gets from underwater up to the mountains of Arkansas under pressure, you could figure that one out. But anyhow, that happened 340 million years ago. Okay, in this day and age where we can't even find the truth of what happened on stuff we've seen. Okay, it's like so is Hunter Biden's laptop for free? Okay, is horse paste a Nobel Prize winning human medication labeled by a certain very powerful organization as horse paste? Is it effective against the Wuhan disease? Okay, so in this day and age where bullshit is the norm, and we accept that, it is that. Okay, and then on the bottom they talk about the grades of the Arkansas stones, and my good friend the long haul tanker has talked about this, how in terms of specific gravity and how Dan's rates black, translucent, true hard, Arkansas, rates them all in the same rating. Okay, and there was a recent since he had used his Arkansas stones in a couple of different ones, he has a lot of really, really pretty stuff. Okay, and he honed those up, and there was some discussion about the difference in the stones, and I would challenge a shaver to shave and tell you whether that was honed up on a translucent, a surgical black arc, a black arc, or true stone. I would challenge identical razors honed by the same person. Okay, I would challenge that person to be able to identify. Now, if you happen to have spent a lot of money and you have one of those translucent surgical blacks that is, off the scale, 2.7, 2.9, whatever, in specific gravity, if you happen to have that, and you're an elitist because there's only one of those, you're just not going to accept, okay, that it's anything less than the best, and that's what that is. Okay, so anyhow, on that subject, one of the things that I feel is most important is how more important, whether the color of the stone or where you shine light through it, once it has the density as measured by specific gravity, which is the weight in water balanced against the water displacement, and you could look up how that's done, okay, is how you surface this or how you dress this stone. And there's many ways to do that. Okay, and usually for me, if it starts to get a little bit of a shine like this one does, it's usually the time for me to get that a little bit duller. Okay, now there are, the more shiny and slick that it is, the longer it's going to take to work the edge of the razor, and that becomes a personal thing. So I really don't care whether you take an old spoon and you try to knock off the stuff from you using your 60 grit or whatever grit powder or sick powder you use, silicon carbide powder, however you lap that stone. I really don't care how you do that. But how you surface that stone is important to how that stone will perform on whatever it is you do. And you will find that a true hard, a translucent, this can perform different functions based upon how abrasive you make this surface, and this will change as you use it. So what I got was I'm opening this up. Okay, this is unopened. It's not honed. Okay, this got care instructions, and I'll have to read that later. Okay, it's not much. There's no sleeve with this, but this is a new item from what I've seen for Dovo for 2024. Okay, this is something they haven't quite done. I'll tell you what I observed about this and why, and the reason I bought this, okay, is I bought this because this is I believe they're marketing this as a newer style entry-level razor, because in the expertise of the Shave Forum Hone Master Superiors, they all love to bash Dovo, okay? For whatever reason, okay? There's many reasons why they love to do that, but there's even one guy who made this video where the first thing he does, he takes a brand new razor, okay, and he takes it and he's sanding away the edge on, and it's like, no, that's not what I want. And I forgot my packing peanut. Let me go get one. Sorry for that delay. So what this is a 5/8 razor. It's still got the factory oil on it. This is a blank form that in some respects is similar to other razors they have sold. And it's a 5/8 shoulderless. Okay, now I have not seen the blanks, the stamped blanks on this, but I'm guessing that some of the blank does not contain the shoulder in it. That's my guess, okay? Because I think I've seen the 6/8 shoulderless with the thumb notch where in the forging from the forge, okay, that raw blank does not have a shoulder on it for somebody to grind off. That would be a lot of grinding. I would, if I was a razor maker and I wanted a shoulderless, I would have it forged that way. Anyhow, this is 5/8. This has some similarities to, okay, it's like all got the laser engraving with Dovo on the back. Handmade Germany. It tells you what the steel is, okay, and I don't know if we can get a focus on the reading of steel. That is material 1.2210, which I think is the most common carbon steel that is used in straight razors that are forged in Germany. The most common, not the only one, but the most common. Okay, and it's not inexpensive. It's a plastic scale. It does have a thing in the middle. This would be one of these things that you do not want to get alcohol on, because I made the mistake once, alcohol. I don't know if this is a different plastic, but generally speaking, alcohol can make these incredibly brittle and they'll just crumble in your hands. But I would guess that the tightness of the pin would stay this way for a long time. Okay, this to me has a similarity to a number of razors that I have that are in the blank form of the 5/8 Bergischer Low, with the exception that there's no spine work on it, okay, and the actual honing guide is a little bit different. Okay, so I'm looking at this, okay. Okay, and this does have looking down the edge, okay. I don't know if I can, this does have some inconsistencies in the straightness. And if I put this on a straight type thing, this may have what is famously known to the Hone Master superiors, one of which claims that he and 3 other guys grind razors better than anybody in the world, that they are the world's best, him and those 3 people. And if I name their names, okay, and you would know who they are, and you would know what a bullshitter he is. Okay, and supposedly there was some guy on the Bludgeon and Beatdown Shave Forum that said that Dovo hired Tim Zawada to teach them how to hone their razors the right way or whatever. Well, if that's true, and I've heard that as stated as fact, and then I've also heard that, well, that was just some American guy who's a dealer, and he's trying to bullshit people because people don't approve of this particular razor. Anyhow, how sharp is this? Is this shave ready? Okay, and that's the other thing, shave ready. Okay, is this shave ready? Okay, and based on, I would likely not. Now, I haven't stropped this. That's right out of the box. Supposedly these are honed on a stone and stropped. I would like my razors to be sharper than this, just the same as almost every other brand new razor I've got. I have gotten one production razor, okay, a couple of production razors that I thought were pretty good, and one of which was also a Dovo. Anyhow, I'm gonna rehone this. Oh, and I forgot to say that cool looking laser etching on there. And the way I'm gonna hone this is gonna be, I'm gonna try a method in which I've seen Jared do, okay, where he takes the curve, and instead of doing what I had normally been doing and doing my back bevel this way, and I'm gonna find out where this bevel angle is with the marker and all that kind of stuff, and I'll talk about when I shave with that. But he has been taking, to get the back bevel in, he has been taking the razor and moving it this way across the stone to cut the back bevel on with a big curve, and he's been doing that with a cuticle. I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna try that. And part of what SuperCurve honing, using a curved hone is about, is removing back behind the bevel, so that instead of having a steeple like this, you are actually removing a little bit. What that does is a number of things. It reduces consistencies that may be along the way this way. It also reduces the amount of work that you got to do, how much you have to be on this and how much of this you have to do on your stone, because you're actually contacting less and less of the bevel in order to work the bevel. Okay, so if you hollow that out, okay, and your final finishing is only up here rather than on a regular bevel, where you have this whole bevel where you go through your 1, 3, 5, 7, 10, 12, 20, whatever. You have to continually work, and you continually do that whole thing. Now, a lot of times, what in the use of a convex hone and hollowing the bevel, you reduce that, and then you're only having to work such a little bit, and it doesn't take that long to do. Okay, so that I'm gonna do. This is I could probably shave with this. Okay, I mean, it's going in, it's not the same in different places. With a slice cut, it goes in pretty easy like most razors do. I could probably shave with this Defined Shave Ready for me. You know, if you bought a gold dollar that was sharp, that the final thing was on a belt or something like this, this would be far more shave ready than any of this. Anyhow, I wanted to share that opening stuff. It's 20 minutes. It's longer than I wanted to for this short video. Anyhow, I'll do another video. Hopefully this weekend I'll be doing a video on rock shaping, how SuperCurve hones, and then I'll be doing another video on whether Dovo razors are any good, because I think, now I'm a fan of French razors. I do like them, but I'm not you know, I got Dovo razors too. They're old line, old school German razor makers that haven't caved into some dealer who says, I'll sell your razors if you tell everybody that you hone on a Nanoa 1, 3, 5, 7, 10, 12, and that you finish on a Nanoa 12K. And does a small German razor maker actually go through that progression? You think about that one, okay? So I kind of doubt it. I kind of think, you know, well, oh yeah, I'll do that. I'll hone your razors that way to sell razors. Not to say that his handiwork is anything less than it was before he had that meeting where there was this meeting to discuss a business relationship and how we're going to sell razors, because it doesn't matter to me, okay? If somebody is making what I consider a nice, inexpensive shave tool that you could buy, okay, I've always said, and I say it again, if you go straight razor shave, it's important that you learn how to create your own edge. And the methods that I do, okay, are the methods that I followed along with and I found to, for me, be the most successful. And there's numerous different methods. If you're using another method, as long as you're happy, I really don't care. And I'm happy for you. So that's that. It's Bill out. We'll talk to you later, sometime later this weekend. Bye.